Morning, everybody. Kevin back from Watches with Joe and Kevin, going into episode three, of season 5 of The Sopranos. The Rat Pack last episode, I really liked. I really feel like it set up so much of what season 5 is going to be. This isn't the first time that a season premiere, while great storytelling, wasn't really the big setup for the rest of the season. It was kind of a standalone thing again, which I really do appreciate. And the second episode is the one that kind of set up what's happening with the season. This one, it looks like it's going to deal a lot with rats. One of them, Jack, I think is his name, maybe, already dead in a trunk. So he got figured out pretty quickly. But there are more. Obviously, we know Adriana's has been coming for a long time. I don't think Adriana's going to keep it quiet. There are informants, obviously, working for Tony, that may give her up, but she also seems really intent on unburdening herself of this secret, which would be a terrible idea. She almost told the wives, and there was, I believe, no chance that one of them wouldn't have immediately told their husband. Like the whole "you can tell us anything" that they told her has its limits. And Ray, which I didn't see coming at all, that came out of nowhere. I mean, I know he and Tony have had, let's say, difficulties in the past. Raymond almost killed him once. But to see him, we find out that he's been a rat probably for a while, working with the FBI as well. Tony's got problems, and the thing is by catching one of the 3 informants that we saw in the first episode, he may get a false sense of, all right, I've taken care of the problem, without knowing there were 2 more potentially out there. I don't know how this show ends. It could very well end just with Tony going to prison like his dad did for the rest of his life. And this may be why, right? This may be like the beginning of the end for Tony as we slowly work towards the end of the show over the next couple of seasons. We also met cousin Tony, Steve Buscemi, who I might just call Buscemi for the confusion, obviously, the overlapping names. But I really like how they did his character, in that he's a guy that obviously was part of the crew, went to prison for many a couple of decades since the 80s, and is now getting out, but he wants to go clean. And the reason I like that is we've done the other thing twice now, right? With the guy that gets out and wants to jump back into it and really assert himself. We saw that with Richie. I don't remember if Ralphie was coming out of prison or just kind of showed up and was kind of a thorn in Tony's side. But with Richie and Ralphie, we got these new character introductions by these big actors that show up to be yet another hurdle for Tony. Whereas Buscemi's character, also another big-time actor joining the cast, is coming in completely differently, not wanting anything to do with conflict with Tony or anybody else, just wanting to kind of get on with his life, while still being part of the family, not being part of the family, as it were. I don't know how that all is going to go. With Tony's struggles and his lack of therapy and the fact that he's emotionally all over the place right now, I don't feel like anybody's really safe. But, you hope Tony goes back to therapy and gets it together a little bit. But like I said, we could be kind of at the beginning of the end here for Tony. Who knows the extent to what that's going to happen. All right. Do want to thank all of our Patreon subscribers for being here with us. Give a special thank you to all the super patrons: AB, Actuarial Lurker, Balish Fuldez, Chris, Derek Peterson, MTC93, Jamie Morgan, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Sudugunda Varapu, Torgeir Langstop, Trey Contreras, Warepanda 47, hiccups, Natasha Norris, and Yannick from Montreal. Thanks so much, guys. Really glad you're here with us. Everything on our Patreon page, which you can see in the link in the description below, is way ahead of where we are on YouTube. You will have to sync and watch along on your own source material due to copyright law. I bungled all that while I was, choking on lunch. I love that this show doesn't do recaps. I think recaps are spoilers by design. What are we going to focus on this week? In case you forgot this stuff. But I do think it's a choice not to do any kind of cold open. Again, this is a pioneering show. This is all new. There wasn't an expectation of cold opens when this show came out because this was the trailblazer. But watching like The Wire, love a good cold open. Oh, the bada bing in the morning. Did Tony spend the night or did he show up first thing?
What's some coffee?
Where's your dirties?
I'll get him.
Are things awkward now?
I don't know.
hard seeing you like this.
What, working?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, you're looking to draw that shit. Could have just as easily been me that went away.
That's the second time this has been brought up. I wonder how close it was. Yeah.
It could have killed you. You ended up in the ER.
That's 16 stitches. You got 15 years.
You always were a lucky fuck.
I got other sorrows in my life. Like him, for example.
You brought it up. Okay, Tony's in a better mood than usual.
Thanks for lunch.
Stick with me, kid. I've eaten
Oh
lunch
yeah,
like
Robert
that every
Loggia
day.
too. He's kind of the old one that's coming back and wanting to jump back into it, like Richie did.
Ah, yes. The Boy King. Can I trust you if I talk to you frankly about him?
I'd say please don't.
My nephew does the lawns in this neighborhood.
I've been working this neighborhood for 26 years.
Are you fucking deaf?
Oh my God.
Gary LaManna.
Well, fuck off, huh? But I'm busy here.
Oh, come on, man. Ah!
You don't work this neighborhood!
Anthony said the cable box has to be on.
Sure, I'm doing it.
But let me tell you, our
Is this the new Bobby? We've seen him before, but I think.
That's Judy!
No, it's not Judy.
The fuck?
Yes, it is. Of course it is.
Why am I on there?
Holy shit.
Oh my God! He's mistaking himself for Larry David.
That's Bobby. The fuck is
Wow. He really is losing it.
It's not you. It's a TV program. Movie.
Judy, what?
That's actually funny.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's just, it's over a year, and I'm still picking up prescriptions.
Okay.
I mean, I'm happy to do it. It's just 40 minutes I spent at Rite Aid's yesterday getting them some stool softener that was on sale.
Still with the Epstein bar, huh?
It's tough on her. I don't know. 2 kids, a ready-made family.
Hey, she set it all up like this.
I mean, not that I have any regrets.
No, of course not. She's a good kid.
No, she's not.
And believe it or not, it's important to me that he's cared for.
Kick some more money to him then.
All right.
I like Bobby, but you know he does bad things. We just don't see it as much.
You gotta see her, Mary. She's the belle of the ball over there. Here, man. Rest those dogs.
I really do feel like the world would be a better place once Polly's gone.
Some man in a Cadillac. He was mowing a lawn on Kimball Street. Man said he didn't want him in the neighborhood.
Oh no.
You Gary LaManna landscaping.
Do you know him?
He just goes.
Yeah, do they know about this? Or is this the startup? This is all new.
You still gonna tell me you got most of it?
Let's go. Chop, chop, hit a woman.
That is a big man that she has working for her.
Phil, hey. I was just thinking about you. Those Islander tickets, right?
How about this humidity?
Whoa.
Joey, look. Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. I'll pay you, okay? I'll do anything you want. I'll suck your cock, okay?
Oh my God.
Today's a lucky day. Only made it to the R's. Next time. There'll be no next time.
Wow. I think somebody did that on like YouTube and actually killed himself. I hope it wasn't off of this.
And we'll assume to be Johnny because the son's down in Miami at the discos and whatnot.
He's grabbing with both hands, John. This could get ugly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential for bloodshed.
Potential.
So many people getting out of prison at once. Yeah.
Now, you're close to John. You have any ideas?
What are you asking him for? He never even had the makings of a varsity athlete.
We're back on this?
Your point being what, Junior?
No, forget it. He's just breaking balls.
The baseball thing again?
What I was thinking was 3 bosses, a triumvirate thing, like Caesar. Little Carmine, Johnny, and you.
Everyone has to agree to get along, though, and no one seems to be willing.
I know him.
Yeah?
So you give me a token. I don't know.
Yeah. Of course. Couple percent. It's
This
gonna end up
one
being
and
40.
the next one.
The only question is Polly going to make it worse for everybody or just for this guy?
He's been working there since back when I lived there, even. Anyway, I'm here putting in a word for the kid. So do me a favor, huh? You and your nephew over there. Lay off.
I don't think this is working.
It's fucking gardener, Paulie. You cut the hair on your balls, too?
Oh, wait.
In my book, you get points for staying out of the can.
Good thing for me, then, that your book don't mean no gods to me.
So Polly's making it worse. Are these guys that are getting out of prison, are they technically free operators if they're not family heads? Or are they entitled to some of this?
And now I got to prepare the starters and schlep them to Uncle June's.
Your Bob's helping out all the way down from Brewster.
Barbara's kids are normal.
Oh my God.
You know, every day I understand more and more what Ma went through. I mean, we bitch about her, but I tell you, it is less...
Oh my God.
She chose to be that way.
You don't choose that, Tony. An ungrateful husband, selfish kids.
You manipulated it.
Redoing the mushrooms, 2 minutes tops.
Well, relax. I just, came in to say hello.
What was he doing?
I'm telling you, the place is just sitting there. 2 extra bedrooms. I don't know. Why not? Honey, we're like brothers.
This is actually a really nice offer from Tony to bury the hatchet. Of course, if his mood swings, who knows how it's going to go. He made it beating Artie to death.
When were they supposed to come?
2 o'clock. I told you 5 minutes ago. Here. Why don't we start on the macaroni?
Is no one picking up on the fact that Junior's slipping? Like, really slipping?
Star Ledger says Delmont's going to be even tougher this coming year.
Your father never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh, what the...
Yeah.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
I agree.
Checking the trucks again.
Well, sit down and dig into this medley of pastas that Janice whipped up.
We still get those season tickets, big brother?
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
Oh my God!
Well, then get moving, goddammit.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's my last Sunday dinner here. That's what's going on.
After he said how important the Sunday dinners are.
Uncle June, was that really necessary?
He's a goddamn hothouse flower. That's his problem.
He asked him not to take that shot, and he took it again 30 seconds later. Junior was over the line. Even if it was a small thing, he was over the line.
He fired his Spanish helper. Took his boy out of college because he couldn't afford it anymore. He said it's his last time coming here.
How bad is this going to escalate? I don't know what kind of power Robert Loggia's character really has, rank-wise. I don't know if he clears Polly or not.
I'll tell you something else. In large measure, I blame you for this shit with little Carmine.
What the fuck did I do? But the fact is he's got a following loyal to his old man.
So,
Angelo had an idea.
Angelo had the idea.
3 of the other families have this kind of arrangement.
what's this, the fucking UN now?
Forget I said it.
Fuck that.
Bodies are going to start piling up if they can't figure this out.
Where's Junior?
Upstairs, taking a nap.
The garage is open. His car is gone.
Does he even know where he is?
You're not interested in keeping kids off drugs? What, Shabazz?
Nobody want them Turkish taffies.
You push harder.
Hold up now. Back in the day, this was Italian neighborhood. Some fellas had this place here.
I'm really glad this guy was here.
Well, ain't no vending machines here no more.
Come on, fool.
Okay, don't handle him. Oh my God, no, he doesn't remember anything.
All right, Roberta, thanks. I'm sorry to bother you.
He's completely lost.
You know, now that I think about it, Junior was acting a little peculiar when I got here today.
Finally somebody said it.
His brother?
I don't know. Also there the other day, we were watching the TV. He thought he saw himself on one of the programs.
Well, Bobby not being here really hurt.
I'm afraid he might have wandered. My grandfather did this.
Maybe you better call Tony.
Why?
I need you to come here in case he comes back.
Bobby, I just can't...
I need your help here. Jesus Christ. Sometimes I think I love Junior more than you do.
She is just watching television right now.
We may know that there are 5 essentials for victory. 1. He will win who knows when to fight.
Is this Sun Tzu again?
He will win who knows how to handle this.
Oh, okay, so this is how Polly escalates. He goes after the new guy.
I'm Jimmy. Gary's up there.
Hey!
Uh-oh.
But you're gonna make good on his busted arm.
Oh, yeah? Why am I gonna do that?
Of course, I said so. That's why.
Eat shit, pal.
Uh-oh. They're not showing Paulie. Yeah. Oh my god, of course. Aye.
Give me your wallet, you prick.
Of course he's gonna rob him. Salvo number 2.
He said he was going to see Johnny. You think he might have met your dad?
What?
He's wandering, Tone.
He can wander off the Palisades for all I care. He's fucking dead to me.
Oh, you're gonna regret that.
Dad, can I go with you?
No.
Can Janice go and we just stay here?
What'd I tell you about being impolite?
If anyone cares, I'll be upstairs lying down.
Janice just wants to be lazy. She wanted a mob man making money so she can lay around.
I had no idea you guys were that close.
Close. We were like brothers.
It's a shame then you can't find a way to work things out.
Christopher's not supposed to be talking here.
As far as I'm concerned, you should still be there.
John, he was just
Fuck,
trying
he was just. Everybody's got a goddamn opinion.
I didn't say nothing, Tom.
Yeah.
Tony calls Christopher his nephew, yet sometimes you refer to them as cousins.
Yeah. Right. See, Chrissy's not Tony's nephew.
Really?
Chrissy's Carmela's cousin. She was first cousin to Dickie Moltisanti, Chrissy's dad.
I didn't know this.
Robin,
What?
how much longer am I gonna have to keep doing this?
Until Tony's in jail? Or you're dead?
That was 7 years before indictments were handed down.
Oh, he is in a fallout part of town, isn't he?
Do you know my brother Johnny?
You got all the looks, I tell you that.
Oh no, this is not helping.
I want to go home.
Well, let me get a ride by the shelter.
I have to find my car.
You are nowhere near your car, man. This is so sad. I hate this actually happens to people. Oh no. So is the police thing going to be a good thing ultimately or a bad thing? I guess we'll find out. He's trying to run from the cops. Oh, Junior.
How you doing? I don't gotta tell you shit. Belleville.
Sure you don't want to tell me your name, you're not in any trouble or anything.
Corrado Soprano.
Tell you what, sir. Why don't you come and get in the car where it's nice and warm?
Oh, they don't believe him.
Try to figure out how to get in touch with your lawyer, all right?
Oh, just look up his picture. It's him.
Newark? Where's your car?
They stole it.
Who stole it?
You know who.
Glad this worked out, actually.
Junior Soprano. Here you go, sir.
Go shit in your hat.
Thank you, officers. Thank you.
They saved you.
I'll open some soup.
Go out for some exercise, people give you the goddamn third degree.
This is really sad.
Tony,
Is it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it Artie? Tony's kind of a slob and he doesn't have a wife to clean up after him.
He was looking for Daddy, Tony.
He may have Alzheimer's. I don't know.
Good, maybe you'll forget my phone number.
Come on, man. Okay, Artie is there.
You're the only one he relates to, Tony. We won't even be able to get him in the car.
Fuck him. You reap what you sow.
You sure did.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna give me advice on marriage?
You know, Tony, there's a lot I can say right now that I am not gonna say.
Fuck it, say it, say it. Who gives a fuck?
Uh-oh.
Too bad fucking Berkeley.
I was 18 years old.
And I was 16 when you left me in that house with our head case of a mother. Who you all of a sudden...
Wow.
Well, I sit here mired in a bullshit, trying to be a good son while you're off dropping acid and blowing roadies.
Roadies?
Oh my god.
You tell him that that's not true.
Poor fucking Janet, she's so fucking depressed.
Easy.
And she can't get up off the couch because she's so fucking tired from her Epstein bar. Poor fucking Janice. Va fungul.
Why don't we just calm down?
Yeah.
But your hippie string ran out. And now you're back and you're gonna do to this man what you do to every one of them.
Fucking piece of shit!
Don't!
Ah!
Ah!
Want more responsibility? Start with controlling your wife.
Oh, no. I hate Janice, but that was nuts.
Cracks the one kid's head with a shovel, and the other one he knocks out of a tree.
He jumped out the tree and come at me with a chainsaw.
God.
And of course, Vito do your grass too, Tom. No charge.
Remind me to talk to you about that later.
Good news. I got you 500 for your arm, and you keep half your area. Half?
Yeah.
Lucky you know me. West of Die is yours. East belongs to him.
Paulie, my wife's gonna
Say thank you and move on.
Oh, one more thing. You're gonna have to cut a couple of lawns on the common. Some friends of ours.
Just go do something else, man. Move. Guy just can't own his own business in New Jersey in this show.
I think with the right meds, we can control these things.
What things?
The infarcts. They're akin to mini strokes.
Yeah.
Patience, forgetfulness, particularly with short-term memory. Do you find he'll ask the same question every 3 minutes, what time it is?
Keep repeating the thing about the varsity sports.
Well, it's frustrating, I know, but anyway, the last thing I wanted to do was get in the middle of a family squabble. I just want to say hello.
Wow.
So maybe it wasn't Junior's fault he kept bringing up the varsity sports thing. This poor guy had to pull his kid out of college because he couldn't afford to send him anymore. And now he's doing extra work for less pay.
So how you feeling? Heard you had a little problem.
What problem?
Yeah.
Your doctor said something different.
Who, Kennedy?
Kennedy's your cancer doctor.
Yeah.
You said doctor.
Does he not understand that he's seeing a neurologist?
Help with your memory.
Believe me, there's plenty I'd like to forget.
Yeah, you and me both.
He really does feel guilty about this.
Hey, what's this I hear? You ruled against Feach?
He's an important man.
Why's he bitching to you about shit?
Getting a new top on his convertible.
Well, let's assume that you didn't know what you were saying. That
Wow, this is really getting at him. Still.
Why's it gotta be something mean? Why can't you repeat something good? I mean, don't you love me?
Interesting that that's how we end. The coyote and the groundhogs. Okay. Well, we're obviously setting up some type of major conflict among everybody that's not going to be resolved. It's New York that seems to be very much in conflict with Carmine's son and Johnny largely being the combatants, with, Paulie off on his own little thing that may or may not have been resolved. I always get uncomfortable on this show when these conflicts and these squabbles, and we've seen it with Paulie a million times, where there's always collateral damage of just normal people trying to live their lives are the ones that end up genuinely paying the cost, which is absolutely what happened with the landscaper here in this episode. Val, is that his name? And I, of course, expect things for him to be miserable going forward through no fault of his own. He's just a guy trying to do his job in this show, God forbid, like the waiter that Paulie murdered and robbed. And it's really hard to empathize with any of these people while that's going on. And it would be out of character for anybody to be overly concerned with the normals that somehow get swept up into everyone else's orbit on this show, right? You expect exactly what happened, right? Paulie says, I'm going to fix this problem. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take a cut. Tony says, okay, I'm going to fix that problem. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take a cut. Then all these cuts are all just coming from this poor guy trying to do his job and run his business. And the fact that his son had to drop out of college to help him because he couldn't afford a staff and he's working with one arm over nothing really sucks. It's one of the tougher things to watch. We kind of see the idea that a lot of this is just opportunistic leeches, and that's what Tony is, and he said so, right? Remember Dickie, right? The degenerate gambler, Robert Patrick, who ended up losing tens of thousands of dollars basically everything he could possibly afford, including his business, to Tony. And Tony said to him, leveled with him and said, I exist. I make my money off of people like you screwing up. And it's such a parasitic relationship with everything, Everyone talks about how they're earners. That word gets thrown around a lot. You're not earners, you're leeches. The earner is the poor person that you're, robbing. And yeah, sometimes, like with Dickie, you get yourself into these messes. Artie did the same thing when he tried to be a loan shark for a day, go into business with whatever. And there's just so much suffering that these guys are just making their money off of. When you see Tony look at cousin Tony and say, it's really sad watching you work like this. And it's like, yeah, he's working. You're just bleeding people. I don't know how much better you think you are, but there's a strong sense of denial with people like Paulie and with people like Tony. And yeah, they're incredibly insecure, but they don't understand that. They don't understand that, their sense of self-worth is largely tied up in how much money they can make inflicting misery on other people. All this kind of comes around to, for some of these characters, if not all of them, there's going to be a reckoning at some point, because it's happened a lot on this show, right? It happened with Ralphie, who was awful, with Richie, who was awful, and then you go back to like Brendan and the two guys, Mikey and I can't remember the other guy, who tried to kill Christopher, and with other people moving forward for sure. There is a reckoning for all of this, and this game that all of them play. There's ultimately a really high cost. Tony's dad spent the latter years of his life in prison before he died. A lot of these guys, who are getting out, you've been gone forever. The only person who seems to be sensing any regret over that path is cousin Tony, Buscemi's character, and is trying to rectify that. Again, I don't know how successful he'll be, but it's kind of a weird case study. I mean, I know you empathize because these guys are largely born into it. Tony didn't have a chance to be something else. His dad wasn't helping him, stay on a path that was going to keep him out of trouble. But, Tony's trying a little bit harder with his own kids, obviously. He's doing a much better job of that. I guess the second generation with all the money, it really kind of, it's a little bit easier to do. But, for so many of these guys, there's going to be a cost, and so much of it you bring down on yourself, and the cost you pay is probably ultimately going to be not much compared to the misery that we've inflicted on other people. A lot of people, and this show does a great job showing it. A lot of innocent people really suffer on this show because of the decisions these guys make that are ultimately designed to help them make a little extra money, or being earners, or good business, or whatever you want to call it. Those are euphemistic for just terrible, terrible parasitic behaviors. What a great show. It's a good episode. I'll catch you in the next one, guys. Thanks.